Welcome back to the third part with getting started with ABAP development. In the previous video, we created an ABAP package that enabled us to structure our development objects. Today, we'll create and run our first ABAP application. This part of the series will let you run your first Hello World code in ABAP. This tutorial is based on tables from the samples EPE data model. Let's get started. So before we begin, we need to make sure that our container is running in Docker and that our SAP Gui system is connected. Once we gotten both of them connected, we'll now open up our IDE, which is Eclipse. Then we're going to click on Programs right here, and then right click, and then you should see New ABAP Program. We'll be using the SAP NetWeaver demo sample EPM model for this tutorial so that you can complete the tutorial on any SAP NetWeaver system. When we create a new ABAP program, it's important to know that the program name must adhere to the customer naming convention, meaning that here we must begin the letter with a Z. So we're going to just put in our name, which is going to be Z invoice items euro. And then for the description, we're going to place it as demo. Make sure that you leave the system program unchecked and just click finish. So the first sets of lines visible on the editor, as you can see, these are comment lines. So these lines can be used to begin commenting the program. And in ABAP, comments appear in two ways. The first is the asterisk, as you can see, and which is placed at the beginning of the line. And it turns basically everything into a comment. Then the next line of code that we see begins with the word report. And this is called a statement. So this is the report statement that we have right here, which will always be the first line of code executed on the program. So every statement in ABAP must be followed by a full stop, which is a period. As you can see in the code right here, we see that there is a period at the end, and we closed out all of the statements with a period, which allows the statement to take up as many lines in the editor as it needs to. Now we're going to create a ABAP local class. So we're just going to type in LCL. Then we're going to do control space, which will get a code completion proposals. So then we'll click on local class. Once we click on local class, we're going to adjust the name to main. So just going to adjust this to local class underscore main using the inline editing. So once we have created our ABAP local class, we're now going to create a method. So to do this, we're just going to click on local main that we did, and then we're going to position the cursor right here and then command 1. This will allow us to select generate factory method create. Now, if you are a Windows user, you would put control 1. I'll click on generate factory method create. And now we have created a method. So within this method, we're going to implement a run. We're going to now implement a run method. So to do this, we're going to enter method run under value. Going to do method run. And don't forget to add a period or to your statement. So we're going to do method run, and then we're going to do the same thing again, position the cursor to the method name, and then put command 1. We're just going to click new ABAP program. Then, so command 1. And then now we're going to add implementation for run. Now this will allow us to make a write statement. So simply just put in write, and then going to have it write hello world. And then once again, don't forget to add your period. And now we're going to make the ABAP runnable. So to do this, we're going to add a start of a selection event. So we're just going to do start selection. And then under that, we're going to include this code right here, which is local main create one. Add this here. And the class methods are called using the arrow sign right here, and then using this one as well. So now we're going to then click on activate, and this will save and activate the ABAP program. Now, as you can see that I forgot to include a period onto the statements. So make sure you don't forget to do that. And on this one as well. So then we're just going to do it again. We're going to save and activate the program. And then we'll now be able to run the program. So to do this, you will click on run. And then for me, I just click on ABAP application console. And then boom, you'll see here that it says hello world. So now your program is runnable. And then now we're going to kind of enhance the program to output like your username and today's date. And to do this, we're going to include this, we're going to change our right statement, and we're going to change this to this code right here. So we're going to change it to this code right here. So it will be welcome, which is your system name, and then the system date. So those will change into that. And then all we have to do again is just going to activate it and then run. So run as that. And then as you can see, it shows you my name and then today's date. We have now created and ran an ABAP application. In the next video, we'll use Data Preview to display contents of tables and SQL Console to perform ad hoc SQL queries. See you in the next video.